So this video was actually supposed to be me reviewing Jungle Cruise, but after watching the latest Disney film, it got me thinking, why does Disney keep making the same movie over and over again? Let's answer that. Hello and welcome to the Animated Apparel Company YouTube channel. I'm your resident Disney nerd, Aaron Waller, and in today's video, I wanted to take a look back and look at some Disney movies and figure out why they all feel the same. But before we get started, if you are in need of some Disney merch, I wanted to tell you to check out animatedapparelcompany.com for all your awesome Disney, Star Wars, Marvel, any kind of Disney related merch. We have a ton of it, and you can even use my special promo code Aaron20 to get 20% off your order. Also, before we get started, I want to give you a quick spoiler alert. There are going to be some details shared about the Jungle Cruise movie in this video, so if you have not yet seen it or plan on seeing it, pause the video now, save it to your queue or save for watch later list on YouTube. Come back and watch it after you finish watching it because I've got some details that you do not want to miss. Jungle Cruise starring Dwayne Johnson and Emily Blunt recently premiered in theaters and on Disney+, and while watching it, I couldn't help but notice a few key details that Disney keeps recycling. Now this shouldn't come as a surprise considering that a lot of Disney blockbusters come from stories that already existed, like Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast, The Little Mermaid, and The Lion King. The Lion King is just Hamlet, but the argument can still be made. But now Disney's just making one of three types of movies. Live action versions of their beloved classics, origin stories of characters that no one has asked for, or taking rides from their theme parks and making movies out of them, such as with Pirates of the Caribbean, The Haunted Mansion, and now Jungle Cruise. And also supposedly a Tower of Terror movie starring Scarlett Johansson, but that was announced before she started suing Disney, so I'm not even sure if that's still gonna happen. Now I remember when they announced the Pirates of the Caribbean movie, I thought that this was gonna be a pretty big stretch for Disney. I didn't really think that there was much of a story to Pirates of the Caribbean. Yes, it's a fun ride, but what story can you really make? Now this ended up being one of the most massively successful and super big blockbusters. They spawned so many sequels, and after a while they did tire out a bit, but they were massively fun to begin with. And I even personally like the original Haunted Mansion starring Eddie Murphy, though not a lot of people do. And absolutely nobody asked for a Jungle Cruise movie. I don't know of a single person who would think that this would be the ride to make a movie out of, but yet here we are. And to make matters worse, Jungle Cruise is just a blend of a couple of different movies, including the previously mentioned Pirates of the Caribbean and Haunted Mansion, with sprinkles of other influences such as The Mummy, Indiana Jones, and Tomb Raider. In fact, Jungle Cruise even goes as far as using almost the same exact story structure beat by beat as 2003's Pirates of the Caribbean Curse of the Black Pearl. Dwayne Johnson's character, the Skipper, is a bit eccentric and a con artist, very much like Jack Sparrow, who ends up having a connection with the main bad guy and even was/is one of them that was cursed. A few of the bad guys in Jungle Cruise almost have the same basic physical structure as the Ghost Pirates, but I won't even get into that. The point is that Disney keeps making the same exact movie, and they just continue to get worse as time goes on. For one of the largest companies, if not the largest company on the planet, they sure make some very poor decisions as to what to give their audiences. Maybe they're banking on these movies coming out nearly a decade after the movie they're blatantly ripping off and just expecting us not to notice.
Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did.
Maybe this kind of behavior is acceptable for a Terminator movie since T2 was essentially the same as the original, or like Final Destination, Home Alone, and a lot of other movies that just copied the original formula verbatim. But the fact that the House of Mouse is banking so heavily on their avid fans watching anything and everything they produce is absurd. Granted, a lot of details that make Jungle Cruise so similar to Pirates of the Caribbean are not made so obvious in the main trailers. I will give them that, but they do know how to sell the audience and get butts in seats. Though after watching these movies, I can't help but feel disappointed that the powerhouse of Disney is giving us the same thing over and over again. I feel like a lot of what Disney is trying to give us is mainly just targeted for their avid fans, and there are plenty of them. From kids to adults, there are tons of fans of Disney that just will go see and produce and consume anything and everything that is Disney. So that's obviously their main target, but if they're trying to expand that and get to people that are outside of that audience, even though they are very, very vast and large already, it just feels like we're just getting the same thing regurgitated constantly. Disney was once a pioneer of animation, from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs all the way through Beauty and the Beast and up through the computer animation use of Pixar. Now they're just focused on making sequels, reboots, and movies based off of their theme park rides and properties that they already own. Which is smart, but eventually we're going to run out of ideas here. As a lifelong lover and viewer of Disney, I'm not sure if this is a live action problem or a Disney problem. I can only hope that we'll return to the Disney Renaissance days of new and exciting stories, though that looks less and less likely every day. But now I want to hear from you. First of all, have you seen Jungle Cruise? Did you like it? And second of all, do you think my points are pretty valid here? Do you feel like Jungle Cruise very much ripped off Pirates of the Caribbean and other Disney properties? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section down below. Also, while you're down there, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell notification so you don't miss out on any future videos from me or the rest of the AAC team as we produce new video content daily. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it and hope to see you in the next video.